Gobble, gobble. You've landed on the Ayn Rand Center UK and the Daily Objective. So happy to have you with us from all over the world. You know, we are the Ayn Rand Center UK, but we are a global community of students of objectivism, and you're one of them. So we're delighted to have you with us on this, dare I say, holiday edition of the Daily Objective. We're going to be talking about one of my favorite topics today, one of my favorite holidays, and probably one of yours as well. If you're from North America or anywhere celebrating this wonderful holiday, it is Thanksgiving. And of course, we always want to remind you that we are not objectivism, qua objectivism. We are students of objectivism. And this is not, of course, this is our interpretation, not endorsed by Ms. Rand or Dr. Peikoff or anyone else, but bringing you a topic today that I think is probably one of your favorites. Now, I'm not necessarily talking about grizzly sinew on a big turkey leg, although I certainly love that. You're looking at my Thanksgiving turkey leg from last year in all of its resplendent glory. But the holiday itself, the holiday qua holiday, you know, and one of the reasons Thanksgiving is, as Miss Rand put it, a typical American holiday, is that despite the fact that it has so-called religious roots, it is a secular holiday. It has long been celebrated as a secular holiday, and we're going to get into that a little bit today as what makes it such a special holiday and such, I think, an important holiday worth celebrating. I would never say it's an objectivist holiday, but it's, I know, a holiday I think that is really, truly American roots, and we'll talk about that. Now, it is, I found this pretty fascinating, the most popular national American holiday, even beats out Christmas. 81% of this Statistica survey said that they thought Thanksgiving was their favorite holiday, even more than Christmas, Memorial Day, or any other day. And that's certainly been the case for me, and for a number of reasons. So we're going to ask the question today, why is Thanksgiving so popular, and what is it really about? Well, Miss Rand said a lot of very important and very philosophical things, and I think this is part of what she said on Thanksgiving. She said, Thanksgiving is a typically American holiday. In spite of its religious form, giving thanks to God for a good harvest, its essential secular meaning is celebration of successful production. It is a producer's holiday. And thank you, Mary-Aline. You are one of our producers. She is the so-called fairy godmother of the Ayn Rand Center UK. And thank you for that really tremendous contribution to the Daily Objective. Thank you so much for that. So a great line from Miss Rand, and kind of we'll build off a bit about that. And I'm gonna focus in on, to me at least, what is one of the more important elements here, this idea that Thanksgiving is secular. You know, there's no going to church and berating yourself or davening or, you know, fasting or anything like that. Church. It is not about prayer on Thanksgiving. It is not about prayer on Thanksgiving. Despite a lot of efforts, it is not about this so-called woke revolution. You know, I'm showing you a still from a very famous family King of the Hill episode from many years ago, in which, you know, Bobby came to terms of, this whole notion of, well, we sat down and broke bread with the Indians. That's not what Thanksgiving is about. That's not anything of what the modern day interpretation and understanding of Thanksgiving is about. And of course, Thanksgiving isn't a holiday like in the Jewish tradition of Yom Kippur, where you sacrifice and you fast. I mean, that's not what Thanksgiving is about at all. In fact, Thanksgiving is just the opposite. This amazing statistic, the typical American consumes 3,000 calories in a Thanksgiving meal. Just Thanksgiving meal. And that doesn't count for going back for a second helping, which adds another 1,000 calories. So Thanksgiving isn't at all about sacrificing yourself. It's about indulging yourself. It's about consuming. It's about stuffing your face with all types of goodies. And here again, my evidence, this is from my mother's delicious Thanksgiving meal from last year. On the left, cherry pie, of which I had an enormous slice and one to go. And on the right, the stuffing, of which I stuffed myself with. So this is what Thanksgiving is about. It's not about denying yourself. It's about enjoying these tremendous elements of production and consuming them. So why is Thanksgiving so popular? This is my interpretation, my understanding. Well, it is really about celebrating, in whatever context you are, your own productive achievements. And this to me is the historical element of as well. You know, we're kind of sold this bill of goods about, you know, the Westerners, the Europeans brought and sat down with the Native Americans and they broke bread, and there's that kind of story about that. But the real story is that Americans, the Europeans, developed North America. It was an empty wilderness. And through trade, through productive achievement, through capitalism, through self-interest, they created the West. I mean, they created this country and all the tremendous fruits that came along with it. So this is the time of year, and this is the holiday which we pause to appreciate. And whether you are a CEO, whether you are just starting out, whether you're a student, whether you work in the home, whether you work outside of the home, you produced something this year. You did something, whether even if you worked in charity, you did something this year, and pause to appreciate what you achieved this year in whatever context you achieved it. Debbie Gate had a wonderful article. This is from last year over at capitalism.org. She talks about Thanksgiving is the perfect time to appreciate and celebrate the fruits of our labor, our wealth, health, relationships, and property. All the values that we selfishly cherish. We should thank the authors whose books made us rethink our lives, the engineers who gave us the iPhone, the financiers whose capital helped build entire industries. We should thank ourselves and those individuals whose production make our lives more comfortable and enjoyable. And that's kind of the point. It's not just, it's not thanking God. It's really thanking and taking stock of the values, the people in our life, the producers in our life. Yes, maybe some of the family in our life, not necessarily, but some of the family in life, the things that make our life so valuable, so enjoyable, so rich. So Thanksgiving is selfish. That's the thing you can kind of take away about it. This is not a holiday which you're, and I know some people do the thing where they go to the soup kitchen, they pour a thing of soup, and then they go home into their own Thanksgiving. It's exactly what they should. Thanksgiving is selfish. It's about it's really whatever you do. There's not a prescriptive authority of what Thanksgiving has to be. Some people have the wonderful meal. Sports is a big thing in America. People love to, do sports. They play in their own games. They have a turkey bowl league that they play in. They get together with friends and just toss the football around a little bit. Movies are a big thing, of course, in Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is doing something for you. It's not about, I got to go to church and and Jesus did this and God did this and Allah did this. It's about something fun for you. And Robin, who is one of our YouTube subscribers, and Robin, we appreciate that. Phoebe and the Integrator, you didn't miss the show. We appreciate you for being a YouTube subscriber. It's not that expensive. I think it might be £4 or £5 a month. You get to support what we're doing here every day with this live show. We're the largest network of original programming inspired by objectivism in the history of mankind. That's a lot of years. You're making it possible, Robin and Phoebe and all of you who are supporting us with the Super Chat today. So maybe you'll be watching a movie on Thanksgiving. That's pretty popular, especially now, even with streaming. People, they get together, family together, say, let's go watch this together. It's fun. It's fucking fun. It's about enjoying life. This is the time to get into that, to celebrate that. Robin mentioned, or someone mentioned, Robin mentioned that, the Big Friday, the Black Friday has been a big thing. And yeah, commerce. Now, I'm never one who liked to go late night shopping. To me, I'd rather be sleeping, but I know a lot of people did. So the commerce of Thanksgiving, it's about buying stuff and treating yourself and starting the shopping season. In fact, I won't bore you with it. The whole history of Thanksgiving was regulated. Ultimately, I think Roosevelt might have done that to, in effect, facilitate the holiday season. And of course, sleeping. I'm people just say, I'm going to sleep in, I'm going to relax, kind of enjoy myself. You earned it. That's the point. Whether it's treating yourself to the iPhone or the sleeping, this is something that you earned and that you should be selfish about, and that you should take pleasure in this holiday season. It's not about, putting yourself down and self-sacrifice. In fact, part of what I enjoy doing, it's been a few years, but I always took in the Thanksgiving Day parade. Now, one of the reasons it comes right the hell down my street here in Chicago, so you can't help, but it kind of forces itself on you. But it's fun. Everyone's out with coffee and the floats and all the different bands and it's fun. My dog on the right, Mookie, enjoying the parade as well. So it's something to appreciate, and appreciate the production that went into it. Now, you might remember that there's specifically a scene with Reardon's family in Atlas Shrugged. And I'm going to read it for you now and hopefully make the contrast of what you should really be focusing on this Thanksgiving. Quoting now from Miss Rand in Atlas Shrugged, quote, "The roast turkey had cost $30. The champagne had cost $25. The lace tablecloth, a cobweb of grapes and vine leaves, iridescent in the candlelight, had cost $2,000. The dinner service, with an artist design burned in blue and gold into a translucent white china, had cost $2,500. The silverware, which bore the initials LR in empire wreaths of laurels, had cost $3,000. But it was held to be unspiritual to think of money and of what the money represented. A peasant's wooden shoe, gilded, stood in the center of the table." Such an interesting image, right? A peasant's wooden shoe, gilded, stood in the center of the table, filled with marigolds, grapes, and carrots. The candles were stuck into pumpkins that were cut as open-mouthed faces, drooling raisins, nuts, and candy upon the tablecloths. I mean, Miss Rand's description there, the scene that she sets is so vivid, so incredible. And of course, as Christopher points out, what's the turnaround is what are Reardon's family thanking? This incredible, beautiful home, this incredible meal. "This is the night to thank the Lord for our blessings," says his mother, who recalls seeing a panhandler and thinking, "That could have been me, but for the grace of God." So her mom is, Reardon's mother is all about the Lord. Oh, thank the Lord, thank the Lord. "Well, if thanks are in order," says Lillian, "I think that we shouldn't forget Gertrude, the new cook. She's an artist." Lillian. Philip, the brother-in-law, right? Philip says, I'm just going to be old-fashioned. I'm going to thank the sweetest mother in the world, to which his mother adds, "Well, for the matter of that, we ought to thank Lillian for the dinner and for the trouble she took to make it so pretty. She spent hours fixing the table." It's real quaint and different. I mean, people who say Miss Rand isn't funny in her writing, I don't think they haven't read Atlas Shrugged. They haven't read Miss Rand's work. And as Ilan Journo points out, that the one person who's not thanked is the one person who made it all possible. Reardon's productive effort that paid for the home, the whole lavish spread. His money earned through honest production and trade not merely kept them from starving, but afforded them all those luxuries to which the panhandler could never achieve. So thank those producers. Thank yourself, all those producers in your life who produce the values that you really enjoy. So that's what this holiday is about. Self-interest. It's about you. You make your Thanksgiving, whatever it is you want. Sleeping late, sports, food, exercise. I mean, I go to the gym on Thanksgiving. I feel a little bit better about stuffing myself later on. So I'm gonna get up and exercise. I'll be with my dog. And that consumption is only possible because of production. To this, I'd refer you, I don't have it pulled up, but Dr. Peikoff does a number of wonderful podcasts kind of emphasizing that consumption is a part of production, but it's only possible because of production. So however you worked this year, take this opportunity to kind of pat yourself on the back, think about how you can strategize better, for more effectively, more selfishly for next year, but buy something fun for yourself. Buy a fun piece of candy or toy or game or something on eBay. Connect with the values that really make your life so wonderful. I mean, in whatever your context is, as I said, there's those things that you really value in your life, the everyday things that doesn't have to be the very expensive, fabulous things, just the everyday things, the people that make it possible, the people in your world who do little things every day for you. To me, it's oftentimes the men and women who work in my building, who make my building a really safe and efficient place to live. So I connect with them. I thank them on this holiday. I throw them some dollars and makes me feel good as well. So commerce is a big part of that. So take this opportunity to eat, if it's eat, buy yourself, if it's buying yourself something, but more than anything, support those who you value, including, here's where we're going to end it up. Support the Ayn Rand Center UK. We are bringing in this daily production, which involves people from all over the globe, people like Mark Pellegrino, Harry Binswanger, of course, knew Miss Rand, worked with Miss Rand, James Valiant, Shoshana Milgren, so many of the great experts and great voices in objectivism. We're bringing them to you day after day after day, and it's only possible because you're throwing us a couple of shekels every day. £2, £5, £10. Become the member for £5 a month. Become a subscriber and a member on the website. You get access to all this behind the scenes information. So if you're reading, for example, The Fountainhead for the first time, you've got a study group, you've got support, you've got one-on-ones with these great experts who can just make the whole experience even more enjoyable, even more fulfilling. Meet great friends that we've got all over the super chat, Robin Heenan as well, and so many others. So thank you for supporting us, making us a value. You're listening right now, so subscribe, click the like button, share with a friend, and celebrate what this holiday is about. Not self-sacrifice. It is a producer's holiday. It's a consumption holiday. And Marilyn says she travels on Thursday. She celebrates with friends on Friday. He says a second Thanksgiving with the family the following weekend, a long-standing tradition. I think that's exactly what it's about. I mean, imagine if Thanksgiving was like, I know so many of the Jewish holidays are, where it's like, stand here, sit up, stand down, say this prayer again, say it again, don't eat, don't talk. Now, this is about celebrating your life, your achievements. So we thank you, Marilyn from the Ayn Rand Center UK, and we thank all of you for supporting our work and making it happen. So we'll be here tomorrow. We're here every day with original objectivist content. As I said, the largest network in history, only made possible by your continued support and donations. So please put us on your list this holiday season. £2, £5. It really lets the team here, it's Daniel in Europe, Razi, and all trucking all over Europe. So helps us keep the programming going and keeping the live events going and keeping the philosophy going for whole new generations to come. We'll see you soon. We'll see you tomorrow. Jonathan Hoenig from capitalismpig.com saying, happy Thanksgiving, enjoying it. Enjoy it, make the best of it, and wishing you best premises. Be well.